You ever had the desire to write your initials in wet cement?
So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out. Yeah. Gets wider in the middle. And so Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning. And it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere. It's oblate. And officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
A little chubbier.
Yeah.
Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped. 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 Pear-shaped.
Testing of the 18,000-pound simulates various water lanes simulated about 47 miles per hour.
Reconfiguration of the spacecraft for the post-LOI, concealed fall protection.
The gravity recovery 5 p.m. Eastern New Year's Eve, followed by Grail B on New Year's Day at 5:43 p.m. Eastern. Some 60,000 high school students and robots built in 6 weeks from a common kit of parts. The finalists of the 2,400 competing teams will meet at the first championships in April at the Edward Jones Dome. In case you missed it, here's your chance to marvel at the unprecedented imagery of Comet Lovejoy, captured in late December by Expedition 30 Commander Dan Burbank from the International Space Station's cupola. Burbank described what he saw in an interview with Detroit's WDIV-TV.
But it's probably the most spectacular thing you can imagine. And from the vantage point of space, it's different than seeing it from planet Earth because there's no intervening atmosphere to see.
Southern California, designed to gauge public attitudes towards sonic booms.
Rolling in 3, 2, 1, now. Copy, Mark.
Created by NASA FA-18 test aircraft.
With Whisper, we're trying to get how annoying was this low boom, how annoying was this more moderate boom.
NASA and industry are working on technology that will reduce the noise and annoyance associated with sonic booms.
Over land sonic booms. If sonic booms can be projected over land, right now the rule is no sonic booms over land.
This study will be a valuable guide for future public perception studies in sonic booms.
They're obviously very familiar with sonic booms. Eventually we want to take this to a broader level where people that's never heard of sonic boom. So first we need to figure out how to do that.
Atlas V with Curiosity.
NASA's car-sized Curiosity rover may be on cruise control to Mars, but that doesn't mean it's not working hard along the 8-month-long trip. Radiation Assessment Detector, or RAD.
Trainer, the Shuttle Motion Simulator, to Texas A&M. This isn't going to go to Texas A&M just as a museum piece. It's going to be able to be used to be educational material for and research facilities for future generations.
The Shuttle Motion Simulator. The Shuttle Motion Simulator will take place in early 2012.
NASA astronaut Barry participating in pre-game ceremonies of the clash of his hometown Tennessee Titans. Wilmore made other appearances in the Nashville area to spread holiday cheer and share his experiences aboard Space Shuttle Atlantis and the International Space Station on STS-129 in 2009. 15 years ago, on January 12, 1997, from the Kennedy Space Center on STS-81. About 66 hours later,
capture.
During 5 days of mated operations, nearly 6,000 pounds of water, U.S. science equipment, and Russian logistical equipment were transferred from Atlantis to the Russian complex. STS-81's 10-day mission brought home astronaut John Blaha after a 118-day stay. John Grunsfeld, who's just taken over as the new head of NASA's Science Mission Directorate.
Speaking on behalf of President Obama, NASA Administrator Charles Bolden addressed celebrants at the 44th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Commemorative Service held at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. Bolden, who has family ties in Atlanta,
met Dr. King in person. My family members in Atlanta who knew him in the neighborhood.
He's correct at 72nd. Okay.
The next 3 crew members of the International Space Station talked about their upcoming mission aboard the orbiting laboratory in a news conference from the Johnson Space Center.
Really, the main reason that we're up there is to conduct science, and now that we are at station complete, our goal is to get the 35 hours a week of utilization or time working on experiments. So we plan on putting a lot of time into that. It's really the main focus. I'll be up there with Don Pettit, who is just phenomenal. He's a genius, and he has a lot of great ideas. So I'm hoping I can piggyback on some of the things that he's doing and bring those back to the students that may be watching.
NASA astronaut Joe Akaba and Russian cosmonauts Gennady Padalka and Sergei Revin will continue to train ahead of their scheduled March 29th launch aboard a Soyuz spacecraft from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Akaba, Padalka, and Revin are 3 of the 6 crew members comprising Expeditions 31 and 32. Aboard the station, they'll join NASA astronaut Don Pettit, Russian cosmonaut Oleg Kononenko, and European Space Agency astronaut Andrei Kuipers. Goddard Space Flight Center financial manager Matthew Ritzko was recently treated to a White House visit where he was personally congratulated by President Obama as the winner of the 2011 Presidential Securing Americans Value and Efficiency, or SAVE Award. Implementation has already begun of Ritzko's money-saving idea to establish a NASA lending library for sharing specialized tools across the agency. Ritzko says the award was special, but his visit with the president was priceless.
For me, making the visit to the White House was very humbling, and it was something I will always carry with me for the rest of my life.
The discovery was made using Hubble's Wide Field Camera 3. These new images were captured by NASA's Dawn spacecraft as it continues to orbit the rocky asteroid Vesta. And collaboration between NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory and the National Science Foundation-funded Atacama Cosmology Telescope in Chile has yielded the discovery of the largest galaxy cluster seen in the distant universe. Located more than 7 billion light-years from Earth, the El Gordo galaxy is hotter, more massive, and produces more X-rays than any other known cluster. This winter gathering of the AAS, often called the Super Bowl of astronomy, attracts thousands of astrophysicists, educators, students orbit during the 30-year shuttle program, seeing asteroids and other destinations in the solar system. Bill Gerstenmaier.
NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has reached another major milestone in its development. The last 6 out of 18 total primary mirror segments at the X-ray and cryogenic facility at NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center, a 10-week test series chilled -379 degrees Fahrenheit. During 2 test cycles, measurements of how the mirror's shape changes as it cools. Cryo-testing verifies that the mirror will respond as expected to the extreme temperatures of...
This test campaign has spanned over 3.5 years.
Various water landing scenarios.
And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he's like, wow, he's in space, look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth. If you are 2 millimeters above this beach wall.
Like, you know, the world being flat, for instance.
Right.
It's got to be flat. Because it's flat right here.
That's exactly right.
So
we were wrong.
Right.
But it's one of those things, if you let your mind begin to examine existence, you just go crazy.
Yep. Got to be flat. Because it's flat right here.
That's exactly right.
So
we were wrong.
Right.
The flat Earth conspiracy is a belief that the Earth is a flat disk, surrounded by a wall of ice, with the North Pole located at the center. This theory was first popularized in the 19th century by Dr. Samuel Burley Robotham, who argued for it based on his literal interpretation of the Bible and what some consider to be pseudoscience. Despite being widely disproven by scientific evidence, the idea has persisted, with some people forming groups, societies, and internet forums to propagate these beliefs. In recent years, the flat Earth conspiracy has gained attention due to endorsements from celebrities such as B.O.B., Kyrie Irving, Mark Salling, and Tila Tequila. However, the vast majority of people still believe that the Earth is round. Flat Earthers often argue for their beliefs using a range of evidence, including the lack of curvature in space photos, the appearance of a flat horizon, and the perceived similarity in size between the Sun and Moon. These arguments, however, can be
Go. Sorry, I want to know about the flat Earth theory because I don't want to say I'm a.
Hey man, you ever look into flat Earth? Flat Earth?
Once you go flat, you never go back.
You can tell it's real because it looks so
like
fake.
a lot of people are like, Eddie,
Once you
really?
go flat,
Tell us
never
why.
go back.
Yes, please.
It's really simple. Once you go flat, you never go back.
Flat Earth? Flat Earth?
Once you go flat, you never go back.
Flat Earth? Look into it.
What lies before us is the opportunity to forge a new world order. Once you go flat, you never go back.
Flat Earth? Flat Earth?
Once you go flat, you never go back.
Flat Earth? Look into it. Hey man, you ever look into flat Earth?
Fuck no. You guys are all crazy. I'm crazy because of that shit.
Hey man, you ever look into flat Earth?
To this day. Every day. To this day. Every day.
Look into it.
They believe it. The narration is all programming. What's above us, and what we're on, we're being lied to, and everyone watches that. That's always been the plan.
Eddie!
Ladies and gentlemen, the world is flat.
What was going through your mind? How amazed were you to see your roadster up there?
Once you go flat, you never go back.
Flat Earth? Look into it.
Once you go flat, you never go back.
Flat Earth? Flat Earth?
Once you go flat, you never go back.
Flat Earth? Look into it.
Flat Earth?
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth? Flat Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
It's my desire, if not for you, to try to talk to each other. What I say is responsible. Ridiculous. I alone am responsible for the same. Our history will be what we make it.
Look into it. Look into it.
I'll remind you often.
That's what we
summons you to court.
Kill innovation. A one-world government.
We were driving in the road and we saw something in the sky. Alien.
Alien invasion. Once you go flat, you never go back. Once you go flat, you never go back.
Look into it.
Once you go
Today,
flat, you
start
never
working
go back.
on not touching your face because
Once you go flat, you never go back.
Look into it.
One very quick question that I wanted to ask. Do you guys get NFL football up there?
Stupid to realize some of us are intelligent. Hold on to your truth. Don't let 'em get to you. Government too stupid to realize some of us are intelligent.
I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon, which was, and we watched you guys land on the moon, which was, I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon, which was, what?
Because there wasn't any television, there wasn't taking a picture, you watched animation. You watched animation. So you associated what you saw.
I have very hazy.
And then Neil said, Houston, Tranquility Base, the Eagle has landed.
That's just
Man, how about that?
That was very exciting.
Not a bad line. Not a bad line. I thought it was a good idea in front of the TV to bounce around and to demonstrate how easy a guy could move around or could move around.
To your heart.
John. My name is John.
Delighted to meet you, John.
Government is stupid.
Could you tell us something about yourself and what you can do?
Of course. I'm the first personal assistant built my cyber life.
Science in schools is that we are taught science as subjects and extract that which is bogus and that which is not doesn't seem to exist in the minds of people.
One very quick question that I wanted to ask. Do you guys get NFL football up there?
To your head.
We're very well supported with whatever sporting events we ask, and the ground team will go ahead and set up whatever channel we request, and we just have to log into a computer, kind of like a teleconference where the other person is showing a TV set. So yeah, they help us out. We've had the opportunity to watch games in the past. I've asked for highlights to be shown, and it's fun for us to watch them up here.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not here because I want to be some big TV star.
Nope. All right, listen, B.O.B., once and for all.
Not only was that discovered in 1926, 1929 he discovers that the universe is expanding. You know, you got issues in society.
We stopped dreaming.
Yeah, it's quantum mechanics that is the entire foundation of our technological revolution. The chemist has no understanding of the periodic table of elements without quantum mechanics.
Get you. Government too stupid to realize some of us are intelligent.
Transform your life later down the line.
morning, Duffy was suspended for the third time since March.
Tiger! You win.
chemical ingredients of life itself.
Okay. Now, wait a minute. Wait just a minute, please.
But no. We're made of the most common ingredients of the universe.
We propel, birds propel, eagles don't propel. We say, ooga, 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 ooga.
But those ingredients are traceable to the actions of high-mass stars that forge these elements in their core, destabilize, exploded, spread their rich ingredients, their guts, across the galaxy.
Everyday tasks like cooking, housework, or managing your appointments, for example.
Really? And what's that?
Here we come back to life, still breathing, standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on, even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our.
Uh-huh. That's a wreath. It's a wreath.
What does it matter?
But there was that ant that stood up to me.
Ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's about keeping those ants in line.
Because you don't have the profit incentive. You're not trying to be a slave master. You're not interested in enslaving other people.
You are mindless, soil-shoving losers, put on this earth to serve us.
So it doesn't turn on any red alarms for you when you hear that other people might be thinking about other ideas.
You know what? Let this be a lesson to all you ants.
So actually, when we hear the question from somebody, well, why does it matter? That's a good sign. That's a good sign that this person is thinking and that they are not part of that enslaving system.
Ideas are very dangerous things.
And it's difficult for them to grasp why it would be important. What does it matter if we are in a traditional cosmology or if we are on a ball spinning? The difference is that in the traditional cosmology, you matter. You are important.
Today I'm going to show you how silly the globe Earth theory is.
Especially in the New World Order. Say what now, what now?
A new world order.
Say what now, what now? Freemasons run the country. Say what now, what now? These people are bad people. Of course. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Simples.
To the American people, Professor. I will tell what this world looks like from 10 miles off. I will tell about the stratosphere. The stratosphere is a 6-hour route between New York and Paris.
The world was flat.
When you see that whole hurricane, you're pretty amazed and you start taking pictures and all of that of it, but then you forget that...
Yeah, you forget that you're actually not in a weightless environment. You're actually in a TV studio, because you've just dropped the ball, giving the game away, showing definite direction, up and a down, proving that you're not in a weightless environment. It's destroyed the International Space Station and highlighted harness-loving astrodames for being the clowns that they are.
here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. Mama don't like tattletales. What's your problem? Filmmakers like Jordan.
I mean, it's kind of silly and fun.
They have made us
Nassholes, I call them. Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Like, we'd have way better CGI if it was fake.
You know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone on this planet. Keep us sedated. That's all I
The limits of debate in this country are established before the debate even begins, and everyone else is marginalized and made to seem either to be communist or some sort of disloyal person, a kook, there's a word, and now it's conspiracy. Say, they've made that something that should not be even entertained for a minute, that powerful people might get together and have a plan. Doesn't happen. You're a kook. You're a conspiracy buff.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Choice. The problem is choice.
So I don't even have to say what's called flat. It is flat. So if you imagine, right, it can be flat like a tabletop, and we can measure that. And when we measure it, we see it's absolutely flat.
You know,
completely flat by the stuff that's in it. A piece of the earth, completely flat. Put stuff in the earth, actually the right amount of stuff in the earth. It's flat. That's why it looks flat.
Now, when you say flat, like that, my brain doesn't understand this.
A piece of the earth, like this tabletop. And that's all right. We just forget the other one for now. And so you know what flat is on this table. I mean, you could define it. So a piece of the earth up to 180 degrees. Or you could draw a circle, a piece of the earth on a flat surface. It's different if the surface is curved. So you can define flatness.
So when you're saying flatness, what is the height and what is the width?
A piece of the earth. Just there. You can see it. We have pictures of it. And so we can infer a piece of the earth. This is flat, like, just from that measurement. A piece of the earth.
The space station go over. It's really hard to rationalize. Use the balloon.
And so we can infer.
And treadmill and bicycle and stuff, a bunch of different things. The Russians even tried a suit they call a penguin suit.
And so we can infer.
Really that next level.
Several levels of those. So right now we're just sailing up and down the coast of the world. There's a lot of stuff we don't even know what we don't know yet.
And so we can infer.
Right on the edge of what we can just barely do and to do. And such a capable probe.
Okay, about the flat Earth.
Don't
normally do them in supporting flat Earth. You know, there's people that like real. They'll play something, put on some headphones, and listen to a song. That was created by the first wave, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Do
that.
To do.
Well, think about this for a second. Just imagine.
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I
I think we'd all agree that photographs can be really powerful.
Okay to think that the Earth is flat.
Flat. I don't think it's spinning for.
He basically said, I want you to go sell LNG like the world looks flat.
Further back than you just remember, we are told we live in a globe. A spinning ball hurling through space at more than 1 million miles an hour. Did you know that's just a story? Let's address the fact. Water always finds and maintains its level. 70% of the Earth is water. So where exactly do you think this curve begins? The world's lighthouses, railroads, and bridges all fail the curvature test. Why can we see much further than the curvature math dictates? Did you know that every experiment to prove the Earth is moving has failed? Every. Did you know that gravity is just a theory that's never been proven? When was the last time you observed water conforming to the outside of a container, like sticking to a spinning ball? Pictures from space? Did you know that fisheye lenses are NASA's best friend that intentionally distort reality? They openly admit their pictures of Earth are CGI composites, and all amateur high-altitude balloon footage reveals no curve. If there's a spinning, orbiting, soaring through space, how come the constellations have not changed in thousands of years? Did you know that airplanes climb at their cruising altitude, low off, and then descend to their destination, never once adjusting for Earth's alleged curvature? Did you know that compasses and gyroscopes don't even work on a globe? We've all been duped.
Our world. Build a dome over it. But if you don't want to meet any new people, why'd you agree to go out with him? Because Carrie can't know about the dome.
He basically said, I want you to go sell LNG like the world looks flat.
Dome over it, dome over it, dome over it.
George is pretending that the bouncy ball is the moon.
I was playing with that ball. Oh.
Edmund's space toy has landed on Peppa's head.
Up until that point, there was no realistic color map of the globe. It is photoshopped, but it's has to be.
This looks fun. Are you going to the moon?
It's just boring space stuff for babies, Daddy. It's not real. Pretend, isn't it?
That's right, Peppa. It's just pretend.
The Earth is flat.
These medieval ideas out of your head.
Is the Earth flat?
You mean the Earth isn't flat?
It's true. Earth, round like ball. White man live all sides.
Ago, everybody knew the Earth.
Can't see.
The world is actually round, like an orange.
Oh, that the world's supposed to be round, but I'm not so sure about this part.
Waka waka.
For your information, it was rich in symbolism.
It was rich in boring me to death.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're...
Yes, the cosmic remote. With this, the Earth can be changed into any shape. This way, no one's right. Only me.
So you just kind of got to figure out slowly, it sort of comes to you that you have to make these shapes in your mind, I suppose, that fit.
Pursuit course.
Oh, what on God's flat earth is that?
Oh, that's just Calamity Jane. Please don't worry, she's super friendly.
Well, I've been reading a lot about Hollow Earth lately, and I think we should do Hollow Earth sharks.
I'm sorry, the Earth is hollow?
There's people and aliens living.
Oh, come on, dude. Everybody knows the Earth is flat, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
You've been lied to your whole life.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, it's,
resembles computer code. You're saying it is computer code.
Flat. Okay.
You're looking at this and you think that's real.
It was refractor, one of the big entry ones. It was like $14,000.
Did you see the flat Earth from there?
Listen, I would.
It's very inaccurate in the helmet, so she's missing a lot of stuff. I really don't care about accuracy.
This globe. No, he's not. At that height, this beach ball. That stuff is flat. And then I showed examples of wide-angle lenses curving horizontal. I tweeted that.
You did.
But I don't want to be a spoiled, curmudgeon or anything. There's so much. You just don't. That stuff is flat. And that dude who...
And there was much rejoicing.
And that dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon.
Of course they think the Earth is flat.
One human being excluded and we can explore space.
Where the clouds suddenly slow to a practical halt.
plane. What is that for? Just for making it flat. What comes flat? What starts off as a round tree and ends up in flat forward? How do you think it gets there? When it gets to me, it's flat. You know, like the world.
I remind you that evolution is merely a theory, like gravity or the shape of the Earth.
Alright, I want to do a little experiment with the audience right now. Show of hands of those that believe the Earth is flat.
I think I see someone who might know something about space.
All day he watch Star Trek, Deep Nine Space, and Battle Guy Galaxy.
These are confusing times, which is just about the right time to have the Burger King Impossible Whopper. A Whopper made without beef that tastes just like a Whopper. Which is just about the right time to have.
I've never been to space, but I've looked at these images over and over again, trying to sort of get the essence of it.
A lie is a lie, and it don't matter how many dumb people believe it. And the truth is the truth, hiding right out in plain sight, and still people don't see it. Cartoon ball, horizon means horizontal. Indoctrination is awful because you're top the glow model. Ever since y'all could crawl.
Did you say free fries when you get vaccinated? I got vaccinated. You're saying I could get this? These delicious fries? Wait a minute. But there's also a burger element to this. I want you to look at this and think about, again, some people love hamburgers, some don't. I really want to respect all ways of life. But if this is appealing to you,
which is just about the right time to have.
The earth is flat and cold. It's never warming up. The earth is turned to slush.
What? The earth is flat.
Ain't nothing flat about it.
Now, what does this look like? What does this remind you of for those that watched my previous videos with you?
I kissed her and she
How they do it. They showed before.
Like the fella once said.
There's your ball earth. There is the flat earth model. Now with Catwoman.
The room was completely
there
black.
Is your flat earth model once again.
Her and she hugged back.
Now with Bam Margera's Ning Hags.
Ain't that a hole in the boat?
While this teacher is speaking to the student, what do you have here? The flat earth model, and it says Science 101 in front of you.
If this is just to be,
this is how they do it. There you go.
My life
this
is,
of course, the flat earth model. You see it on the clock.
Man on the moon, and men spinning around the earth, and there's not no attention paid to earthly law and order no more.
Has eyes wide shut. Thanks for watching.
You look like you're getting combat fatigue, girl. You've been up on that line a long time.
And myth, what might be real, what not. So down at the All-Star game this weekend, Kyrie Irving says now that he believes the earth is flat and that we've all been duped all this time. What do you think about that?
And you know, I mean, don't. Why is he doing that? Why? Does he really believe? You really believe he believes it? He doesn't believe that.
He said it to you.
He's just saying that.
Years ago, everybody knew the earth was flat.
What are we waiting for? Action!
Okay, roll film and
action. 500 years ago, everybody knew the earth was flat, and 15 minutes ago...
What I'm saying is, describe what Earth really looks like. What does Earth really look like? Well, flat
Earth is full.
What would you tell me?
So you can prove that the world is flat and sleep better tonight, am I right?
I'd tell you you were mistaken.
Stuff. No. You'd call me a flat earther.
The Earth is flat.
Best thing to a cat.
literally flatter Earth
Stuff constantly, every week.
the Earth, literally flatter
Stuff.
the Earth.
Right?
This is the one. This is the one I'll be remembered for.
Imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
Para poder aplicar todas las ideas que tenía en la cabeza, tenía que conseguir primero algo casi imposible: subir de primeras a tercera división. Esta es una categoría donde ya tendría relevancia, con muchos ojos puestos. Para ello puse todo lo que tenía. Este club no puede ser local, debe convertirse en algo mundial, que represente una causa, que defienda la verdad. El fútbol, como bien sabéis, transmite como ningún otro deporte. A través de él podremos hablar al mundo sin temor. Para ello, he cambiado el nombre. A partir de ahora, nos llamaremos Flat Earth Football Club.
Javi Poves, the president of Flat Earth FC, has revealed his thinking behind the renaming of a club he took over 3 years ago. The former Sporting Gijón prospect left football in 2011 to travel the world and preach his beliefs that the earth is actually flat. He took over as Móstoles Balompié president in 2016 and has seen the club reach the 4th tier of Spanish football before renaming it to Flat Earth FC. Poves sat down with Marca, a renowned newspaper online, to talk about his future plans for Flat Earth Football Club and the theory that the truth about the earth is being hidden from the public. This great con that the world is round makes the individual represent nothing, it dwarfs us, he said. We haven't got a clue about anything. I am the first, and almost everything they tell us is a lie. Few of us go to the trouble of questioning things. We can do something really enjoyable with a football club. We as a society do things that can be dangerous. If people start to plant more lies, the educational system can break down, science as well. Flat Earth FC, there are millions of people that still believe, and they know that the earth is
power of control over the human genome, where we can then alter the genetic identity of what it is to be human. And yes, there's total diabolical consequences to that if in the wrong hands.
Yes.
Probably live longer, and if you can hang on long enough for that, Larry, we keep you going.
Yeah. Okay, wind
for
me up.
another 100 years. So biogenetics is in the near future, not even the next 100 years. Look for it.
Yes.
You're a baby.
I'm a baby.
I got
Just born
times
baby.
older than you.
Larry.
Yes.
I'm born the same week that NASA was founded.
Yes.
That tombstone will still be true for me.
Yeah, good.
So,
yes.
So he looks like any other person in a boardroom? What would that be?
M-Day Greenbald on the Larry King.
Oh, by the way, as they say, to be a genius is to be misunderstood, but to be misunderstood is not to be a genius. Just want to make that clear, okay?
MD Greenbald on Twitter. Do you think there is a flat planet in the universe?
Yes.
Today we learned,
yes,
etc. comments and everything that you just heard. What is your reaction?
Level. Yes. Level.
Flat.
Level.
The Earth is flat.
Level.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Hey, flat Earth.
Level.
The Earth might be flat.
Well, if I could follow up with that point.
Okay. You're going to be living in a dome, and when you go outside, you're going to put on a spacesuit, which is just a smaller dome.
Certainly.
Level.
Mass increase, relatively slippery. Ask the mass. What is mass? Mass at all can travel at the speed of light. Mass increases. Mass. Mass is basically a measurement of how. Now your mass has not just the stuff that's in you. Mass is something. But if people try to measure your mass as you go by, mass when you were still, and that's called a relativistic mass. Mass itself, you would go back to being the same mass you were, before you started moving that quickly. Mass. You have a huge mass. Mass is something as you were. Mass is something mass is something mass.
On this majestic flat earth of ours.
Yes, Congressman, this earth is certainly majestic.
And flat. Majestic flat earth of ours.
Yes, Congressman, this earth is certainly majestic.
And flat.
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave?
I really think I'm entitled to an answer to that question. Computer. Good afternoon.
Demonstrating that the round Earth theory is an elaborate hoax.
The Earth was flat.
Flat.
The Earth was flat.
Flat. The world has believed that the Earth is flat. The world has believed that the Earth is flat.
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave?
It's a common misconception, pear-shaped.
But I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal.
The Earth was flat.
Flat.
Well, just one thing in a show. You say, just like this, the world isn't round. It's been proven.
I've still got the greatest enthusiasm and confidence in the mission.
You say with some confidence, ladies and gentlemen, the world is not round. It's literally.
Pine cone. If you'd said the world is shaped like a pine cone.
And I want to help you.
Round and flat. Round and flat.
How do we know it's round? Yeah.
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave?
Photographing it was a very big help. We took a photograph and we saw that it was
yes,
round.
but then you could say that about anything, about people going to the moon, and we know they didn't.
I know everything hasn't been quite right with me. But I can assure you now, very confidently, that it's going to be all right again.
Are all the stars round? I can't answer that. I think probably most.
But yet you know what people thought 500 years ago.
Confidently, that it's going to be all right again.
Pear-shaped.
If you'd like to hear it, I can sing it for you.
So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out.
The Earth was flat.
Flat.
I feel much better now. I really do.
People don't know, like the world is flat.
Well, that's a great question.
I can afford a carriage,
But you look sweet up on the seat of a bicycle.
I was sitting on the floor thinking about penguins when I noticed more time to practice my new powers. I'll write again soon, diary. Very soon.
From Springwood in New South Wales. A nursery hand. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we grow like plants and tomatoes and vegetables that you see in like Bunnings or plant nurseries. Yeah, so grow them from seed and pop them up and go from there.
Fantastic. Raquel's your mum. Hi, Raquel.
Hi, Eddie.
Good to see you. Now tell me about this. You got the Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
Yeah.
Now, you are passionate about the concept of a flat Earth.
Obviously, yes. Got a shirt that says it.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, yeah, it has to be.
So tell me about your flat Earth theory.
well, it's not really a theory when it's true, but okay, well,
prove it to me that
prove it to you.
the Earth
Okay,
is flat.
where would you like me to start? Like, I need to prove for a ball first.
Okay, well tell me first of all, what is at the end of the flat Earth?
What's at the end of space? How can you have an answer for one question, not have an answer for another question?
But is the Earth not finite?
It just depends. Like, well, we can't even say that because we can't actually go anywhere below Antarctica or outside of Antarctica because of the Antarctic Treaty. I'd love to, but you can't.
What do you think of space travel that shows the Earth?
I just laugh at it. It's pretty funny. It's the best joke I've ever heard. Actually.
The best joke? You don't believe in space travel?
The car in space and all that. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, if the Earth is truly a globe 40,075 kilometers, 100,000 kilometers in equatorial circumference, there's no curvature anywhere.
Right.
Like, I live on top of the mountains and I can see the city. There's no curvature whatsoever.
I went up the plane.
Yeah.
I went to Concorde once and you could see the curvature there.
Wow, that was great.
Yeah.
I bet it was.
It was
Yeah,
unbelievable.
you saw it.
I did, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Maybe my cameras are broken. Maybe they're all got fisheye lenses. I don't know.
I don't know, Ashley. But anyway, I don't
right.
know what's going on. Here we go. Ash, which of these words is spelled correctly?
I'm Michael Jordan. McDonald's restaurants have given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about.
Styling. Hey, everybody gotta wear clothes, and if you don't, you'll get arrested. But that don't mean you gotta let some fashion designer in New York or Paris tell you what to wear. Clothes express your personality, so express yourself. Vanderbilt, wear clothes with your name on it? No, of course not. So you table the label and wear your own name.
At the end of a summer and the fruits in a jar, will you hum another wish, waiting on a shooting star, connecting dots to dots in blackness, giving faces to the beast, thinking fondly of black waterfalls with pools of stars beneath off the edge, the waterfalls to pools of stars beneath. At the end of a wishing and the pierce of ice that's cracking while the clouds tumble crashing and then fall into the pond, will the wind go on whipping like a jealous sister whipping till you find the tiny opening between what's here and what is gone. At the end, see what's here and what will always be gone, gone. And there at the end, with the strange bells ringing, aha, aha. Will you repent and join the singing, aha, aha, or stand on the flat earth still believing, aha. At the end, will they say you wrote it down and then imploded? Will you leave behind philosophy and stanzas to be quoted? How you plagued yourself with ponderings of the black and bloodless sky. Why the chicken crossed the road? It forgot that it could fly. And in the end, if you could only fall in love, will you, will you, will you, will you, will you? And there at the end, with strange bells ringing, aha, aha, aha. Will you repent and join the singing, aha, aha, or stand on the flat earth still believing,
Do it again. This next piece.
What are you reading?
I was just trying to find the answer to a question Christine was asking me. If the world's round, why is a frozen pond flat?
Huh. That's a good question.
Aha! Lake Ontario curves more than 3 degrees from its easternmost shore to its westernmost shore. So, frozen water isn't flat.
Nothing is what it seems.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
No hay ni razas, ni colores, ni banderas, ni fronteras, ni una bola ilusoria que limite tu cabeza. Somos libres con más fuerza que nos vuela por las venas. Este plano nos impulsa, paraíso, madre tierra. La tierra es plana. La tierra es plana. La tierra es plana. Integramos al contrario, él es nuestra fuerza. Veneramos la fusión, es nuestra inspiración. Confiamos en los sentidos, tenemos todo el poder de crear nuestro destino libre de todo fe. Cuestionamos toda info, ponte a investigar. Que el agua no se curva, despierta ya. La tierra es plana. La tierra es plana. La tierra es plana. La tierra es plana. La tierra es plana.
Two land masses appear to be roughly the same size.
Mexico.
We'd have way better CGI if it was fake. And you know, the colors all look kind of weird in space. There's no atmospheric occlusion. You know, like everything looks too crisp. But we didn't really.
It's a space shuttle, Lois. I figured with unlimited free gas, I can finally afford to go into space. I got this at a NASA auction for next to nothing. Problems or something. Instead, they sold it to me. Very simple explanation. Shuttle, Lois. I figured with unlimited free gas, I can finally afford to go into space. The donut.
Parabola will have a curve of.
Sir, इसे flat कर दे तो?
Statistically, 100% of people who don't own raccoons are at a high risk of becoming a little
realistic. It looks kind of flat. It is photoshopped, but it has to be. It is photoshopped, but it has to be. But it's the end of the end. It is photoshopped, but it has to be. It is photoshopped, but it has to be. It is photoshopped, but it has to be. Realistic. It looks kind of flat.
11 when you heard it. I was deeply concerned that this could have been
photoshopped, but it has to be.
Deeply concerned that this could have been.
Are you living in space still? Are you living in space still?
Ain't going to no moon.
Deeply concerned that
is in fact a pancake, is literally flatter than a pancake. Earth was a flat disk like this, than a pancake. A pancake.
Concerned that this could have been.
Earth was a flat disk like this plate. Pancake. A flat pancake. A thick pancake. A panda. And as always, thanks for watching.
Deeply concerned that this could have been.
And as always, the Earth literally flatter than stuff constantly every week. Literally flatter than the Earth stuff.
Describe how annoyed I get. Anti-vaxxers love the Antichrist. They got their chemtrails and their Freemason hype. It's blamed all day, whoever they are. The build a bomb group Illuminati. No room for science, I thought of the scam. It's time to throw expensive toys on the ground. Ingratulation, that's insane explanation. Secret gunman, assassinations, fake opinions, shouted in truth. Yeah, how can they lose? Attempts at illusion, we've seen it before. So much confusion, it's dangerous things war. Ooh, they got agendas everywhere you go. From 9/11 to that UFO. Barack Obama talked about a flat earth. You know that NASA always lies, of course. Misuse perspective and redefine facts. All kinds of charlatans get in on the act. Misunderstanding of the flat out belt. They'll tell you there's no way the ice caps could melt. Perhaps it's an illness that the cops will learn. Seems to be drawing more often than not. Believers get hooked on the lies and the tone. In a special world that never gets old.
Go.
Sorry,
Talk
I
to
want
him.
to know. I want to know about the flat Earth theory because I don't want to say I'm a.
Pick up a honer and feel the energy of our electric guitars.
Do you ever look out across a horizon and just think, world's probably flat, isn't it? Some people do.
In 240 BC, some Greek dude named Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of the Earth, thus promptly dispelling a contemporary myth that our world was flat.
From then on, everyone knew it was round. Job done, that was the end of it. Except it wasn't.
Bizarrely, it wasn't until the 1950s that a fair few people changed their minds about the whole Earth being round thing, with Samuel Shenton.
In my own research, I found that flat earthers don't seem to believe in these photos, or space travel as a whole.
They believe gravity as a theory is false, objects simply fall.
Yep.
They also believe that governments fake the shape of the Earth to hide the truth of the Bible and steal money siphoned through non-existent space programs. A shadowy and intricate conspiracy
centered on powerful people manipulating the public, and they're nothing new.
From the moon landing being fake,
A theory, like gravity or the shape of the Earth.